Have you noticed that the cost of everything is going up? When you go to the grocery store, everything's costing more. Gas is costing more. And even college is costing more. If we go to College Board's website, we can click on it and we type in the name of the school and we can look at this information. At Sarah Lawrence College, it's $64,000. And that's per year. How much was it when you went to college? And these prices are just going to continue to go up and up and up. And the reason why they're going to go up is because, and the reason why colleges will charge more is simply because they can. Many times the reason why they charge more is because of publications like this, U.S. News and World Report Best Colleges. We can go onto their website and look at which colleges are ranked the best in this category or ranked the best in that category, and check that out. And it really comes down to money with these rankings. So how it works is this publication sends a form to the college, and then the college fills out that information, and then it sends it back to this publication, and then they rank the college based on this or that. And they say your college is ranked #1 in this category, or #2 in that category, or number 538 in this category, whatever. Colleges want to increase their rankings, and they will do anything and everything, and sometimes even illegal and immoral things to increase their rankings. And the reason why they increase and want to increase their rankings is because it comes down to money. One thing that you need to know is that colleges are a business, and they're going to do things for business purposes. Okay, so let's put some numbers behind this. Last year, UC Berkeley, which is ranked the #1 state school in the United States, UC Berkeley had 67,000 students apply to their school. And the previous year, they had 63,000 students apply. So in just a 1-year period, they had 5,000 more students apply to their school. That's pretty awesome. And during that time frame, UC Berkeley used all their marketing materials to get more and more students to apply to their school. I went to Biola University, and a couple months ago I got a letter from Biola that, and whatever college it is that you go to, once you've gone to that school, you're going to be on their mailing list forever. So I get alumni letters for them every once in a while. And the alumni letter said how awesome Biola was doing, and all of the great things that they were doing, and all the new construction they were doing. And oh, by the way, could you send us some more money? So they were looking for some alumni donations. And in this letter, it stated that they were ranked #1 in this category by U.S. News and World Report Best Colleges, and they were the only college that was ranked on the West Coast for that particular category. So colleges are using these things for marketing purposes. So let's put some numbers behind that. Again, I said UC Berkeley had 67,000 students apply to their school. And with every application comes an application fee. And that fee can range anywhere from $0 to $100. And at Berkeley, it's $75. If we multiply $75 multiplied by 67,000, that's $5 million of revenue that college generated, just in application fees alone. So colleges want to increase their rankings in one or more category to attract more attention, and with more attention comes more applications and more application fees and all that stuff. So there's several things that we need to know. One of the first things that we need to know is, what is the cost of the college? What's the sticker price? That's our starting point. If we don't know that, then how are we supposed to even negotiate or appeal or try to get more money or anything like that? We need to know what the starting point is. And at Sarah Lawrence, it was $64,600. You can see that on the screen right here. So that's the starting point. The next number that we need to know is, what is your EFC, your expected family contribution? And that's a number that's calculated through the federal financial aid formula, through the FAFSA form, through that federal formula. And that EFC number tells the colleges how much that federal formula, how much they think that you as a parent can afford to send your kid to college, regardless of if that number is astronomically ridiculous or not. Case in point is I had a family who came in to one of my consultations, and they wanted to know why their EFC was $93,000. Now, according to that number, they can afford to send their kid to an elite college and pay cash for it, and another student, maybe yours, and pay cash for that too. Now, in reality, we know that's not going to happen. And we also know that, so here's the demographics on this family, is yes, they were business owners, yes, they had owned a couple houses, and yes, they had some investments, and yes, their adjusted gross income was $160,000. Now, we know that someone who makes $160,000, they don't have $93,000 worth of disposable income. Why was their EFC so high? It was so high because of a few factors. One factor is that when they were filling out the financial aid form, they didn't read the fine print on it. So they erroneously put in some numbers in there that really increased their EFC and disqualified them from getting any type of need-based aid. So the EFC, if you want to look at it this way, the EFC is kind of like your car insurance deductible. That God forbid you were in a car accident, before the insurance company comes in and pays to fix or replace your vehicle, you've got to come up with that deductible number first, right? Same idea and the same concept with a college. Whatever your EFC number is, the college is expecting you to come up with that number first, and then from there they're going to determine how much need-based aid that they're going to give you. So that's the first number that we need to find out, is what's your EFC and what is the cost, the sticker price of the college. And you can go to any college's website and in the search window type in cost of attendance. It'll bring you to that page, and you just add all of those numbers together, and that's what your total cost is for 1 year. Now remember, we've got to do this every year. So at Sarah Lawrence, which is $64,000, that's for 1 year. You multiply that times 4 years, and that is a gob of money that the cost is for any student to attend this school. So that's the first thing, is what's our EFC, and what can we do to control that number so that we have a lower EFC so that we can get more need-based aid. And there are some legal and ethical things that you can do to control that number. And in this video series, we'll talk about those things. So that's the first thing. The second thing we want to look at is merit aid, okay? And merit falls in a variety of different flavors. It's grades, test scores, community service, leadership, diversity, talent, and a few other factors in that. So some colleges are willing to give scholarships for those different merit things. And again, your student doesn't have to have a 4.0 GPA and near perfect test scores to get these merit scholarships. And it varies from school to school. I've got a student who has a low 2.0 GPA, is going to a school and received a merit scholarship for her grades and that, which I think is incredible, that there is a college for every student. So we want to look at what is our EFC, what is the cost of attendance, and what can we do as students to increase our chances of getting merit scholarships. And one of the things that we can do with that is what I call student positioning. That's where we properly position and market and promote the student to these colleges so that the college looks at that student and says, yes, this is the kind of student that we want to attend our school. And when that college makes that determination, we don't want this student, we need this student. When that college makes that determination of we need this student, that college is going to bend over backwards and do everything and anything they can to admit that student and entice that student to not only apply, but to attend their school. And things that they use as enticement are scholarships, okay? So when a college looks at a student and says, we need this student, they're asking the question, if we admit this student, how will it affect our rankings? Okay, and it all goes back to the rankings again. That rankings are so very important to the college because it comes back down to money. That the more students that apply to that school, the more students that are admitted, the more applications, it all comes back to money. A couple of years ago, I had a student, Marcus, who, when I was reviewing his list of colleges, it was about April of his junior year that we were reviewing his list of colleges, and I noticed on his list that a college popped up that wasn't on there before. And I said, well, why, Marcus, why do you want to apply to this college? And he gave me the whole rigmarole of, oh, this college is awesome. This college has all these great programs, and it has this and it has that. I'm like, yeah, yada, yada, yada. What is it really? Oh, they won the NCAA basketball division championships, and I want to go to a school that has a championship team. Well, because of that, because they won that championship that year, that attracted more attention and more students applied to that school. Again, more application fees, more students applying to that school, all of that equates to more money. So when a college is ranked higher in one or more category, it's going to attract more attention. So when they win some type of sports championships, whether it be football or basketball, because those are the two moneymaker sports, it's going to attract more attention and more students are going to apply to that school. Now if a college looks at a student and says, yes, this is the kind of student that will increase our rankings in this or that category, they're going to want to try and recruit that student. Case in point is Lynn applied to a school in Washington State, and she was admitted to that school. She had some good grades and she had some good test scores in that, but one of the category that this particular college liked was she was a female going into a mostly male-dominated major. Well, if we have more girls coming into this program, it's going to affect our rankings in that category. She was also an Arizona student going to a Washington school. And now that college can come back to this publication and say, hey, because we've admitted these students from all over the state, all over the country, and we've got students from this state and students from that state, we've even got students from Arizona, we have geographic diversity. And because they have geographic diversity, they increase their rankings in that category. And again, with higher rankings, it attracts more attention and it comes back down to money in that. So our question is, what can we do to increase our chances of getting need-based aid? What can we do to control our EFC? And what can we do to increase our chances of admission at this or that school by promoting ourselves properly, by showing the college how we can increase that college's rankings because of us specifically. And those are some of the things that you're going to learn as you review these different videos.